Weed and weed products, such as CBD products, can have an impact on back pain and chronic pain in general, but it may not be what you're thinking. I had a ton of chronic back pain for over 10 years, and I also was going through some experimental phases as well. So I do have some experience in here, and I will share what I discovered in this video. Before we get into it, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. We're trying to grow this thing and spread this information about healing chronic back pain, something that's sadly becoming a lot more common with all of like the office jobs and people sitting in chairs a lot and all of the stress of like today's living. So subscribe to this channel and like this video because you will learn a lot about healing and how to heal chronic back pain. I have a ton of experience here and I'm happy to share it with you. Subscribe to this channel once again and let's get started. So obviously weed will have an effect on your general state, on your mental, emotional, physical state in general. And of course that means it's going to affect your back pain and your chronic back pain specifically. Now, the effects might be a little bit of a mixed bag, and this is actually going to depend on your personality type, or more specifically, how you deal with the mere interaction with the drug. Some people, a lot of you potheads out there, they seem like they're kind of made for this drug. Their interactions with it, like whenever they smoke it or ingest it in other ways, they usually have a good time. They usually feel more relaxed, maybe more calm, more confident, more joyful, maybe even more creative in a lot of instances. But some people in general, they have a better time when they smoke weed or ingest it in other forms. And usually those are the people that if they would suffer with back pain or chronic back pain, they would discover that the weed has a beneficial effect on their back pain. Other people are on the other end of the spectrum. They simply rarely have a good time when smoking weed or doing other like THC or even CBD like products. In essence, they don't get more relaxed or calm. They kind of go in the opposite direction and maybe they get a little bit paranoid. And of course, these are the people that are probably not going to benefit from weed or CBD products if they're suffering from back pain. In fact, they're going to find that the weed is actually having a detrimental effect on them, and maybe they're even gonna feel the back pain more. My personal experience has been a mixed bag. Sometimes when I smoke weed, my back pain got reduced and I felt a lot better. Other times it kind of made things quite worse, to be honest. I discovered that the context, the social surroundings had a really strong impact. And I discovered that if I had, let's say, a good time while smoking weed with friends, we kind of like, we had a few laughs, we had a good time, usually my back also hurt less. But sometimes if things took like a left turn and maybe I was shifting more towards like, having a kind of like a bad experience, usually my back was also gonna hurt more. And actually this is one more piece of evidence pointing towards the fact that chronic back pain has a really strong like psychosomatic component. It does have a physical component obviously, but also the mental and the emotional states play a major role, which is why weed can be like sort of like a hit or miss tool. Sometimes it may help you, especially if you have a good experience, but other times it may harm you even more and you may feel your back pain even stronger. So it's essentially not a reliable tool for reducing chronic back pain, and for that reason and for a few other reasons I don't really recommend it. Plus it's not really going to attack the root cause of your chronic back pain. It's only going to serve as a temporary shortcut, as a band-aid fix, and it's not really going to solve your problem permanently, which is why I don't even recommend getting started with it or experimenting with it a lot. If you want to learn how to exactly address the root causes of chronic back pain and solve them for good, I have a lot of resources for you. I have a free book. You should definitely check it out. It's completely free and it's going to give you a lot of information that you probably have never even encountered. Especially if you've dealt with chronic back pain for longer periods of time. I also have an app and a course that are going to be massively useful to you as well. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Let's grow this thing and turn it into a resource for people who deal with chronic back pain often and they find that a lot of the advice on the internet doesn't help them at all. And if you want to deal with this problem for good, the next video that's going to appear above me is really a good step in the right direction. I will see you there, and until next time, be brave.